I'd now like to introduce the SLA's Chief Operating Officer and Director, Joy Erven. Joy has been with the SLA for 14 years. Somebody wrote in and read she started when she was 18. And is well known to many people in this room. Service to the California Broker Committee has been Joy's hallmark throughout the time of the SLA. All of our hard work over the years on behalf deserves our appreciation. Truly, Joy has been the one solid part over the years that everybody knows, and is through different changes of personnel has kept it steady and strong and is just well liked. And here's Joy.
Thank you, Chris. Good morning, everyone. It's great to be here. It's great to see everyone attending. We really appreciate your attendance. And I would like to thank also Chris Auska for hosting us here at the Jonathan Club. And I don't want any of these little golf claps when I ask you for applause. I want like rousing applause, okay? Kind of, you know, that type of stuff. You're the fun group. And we also heard some great presentations from Shmulik and Ben. And, you know, Ben is a really hard act to follow. I'll do my best. He's the story guy. I'm the statistics lady. So I will have a couple stories, and I expect lots of laughter at all my terrible jokes. That wasn't very good laughter. I need a little louder than that. So our Antitrust Resolution, may the force be with you. So we really have had a great time putting together this program today, and our industry has always been on the cutting edge, and it's really one of the hallmarks of the surplus lines industry. And the SLA is building the future of savvy members that are armed with the tools that they will need to blaze a path of success. So I took a moment when we were prepping for this meeting to think about the first meeting that I went to when I was first hired at the SLA when I was 12. And I was thinking about, I got hired, and it was shortly before the meeting happened. So I didn't take part in a lot of the prep. And I showed up at the meeting, and the chairman said, I need the agenda, and I need the slate, and I need this, and I need that. And I said, was I supposed to bring that? And he said, yeah, that's your job. And I said, oh, okay, I didn't bring it. So we grabbed a napkin, and we wrote everything down, and we had a great meeting. And in fact, I actually met somebody at breakfast who went to the first meeting that I ever spoke at, and she said I looked exactly the same. So she gets no tags this year. There she is. And so the meeting went off without a hitch. And I was think about the fact that we were writing things down on a piece of paper 14 years ago, and today we develop these dynamic media presentations that reflect the forward-thinking position that we take at the SLA, and it's hopefully encouraging you. It's encouraging you that we're evolving and we're keeping with the times. And as we enter a market that is changing rapidly and growing exponentially, we are really dedicated to you as our members. And there's so many people to thank for this, putting on this wonderful, wonderful show today. It is the senior staff, the SLA staff, our board, and the subcommittees. So many people had a hand in this. I really hope you enjoy it. So before I start my report on our results, the financial results and the statistical results, I wanted to take a step back and say that the results that I report on aren't just what the SLA has done. They're the results of what you have done. And I spent my early years in brokerage, and I understand the long hours trying to keep up with technology, system changes, new regulations, trying to juggle all of that. And it can be really stressful. And the SLA is really honored to serve such a hardworking, great group of people. And I'd like you to give yourselves a rounding applause. A rounding, what's the expression? Oh, resounding. Yeah, I'm actually kind of known for mispronouncing words, so that's a whole another story. I could be up here all afternoon. Uh, so the SLA hosts the annual meeting every year, not just to elect its officers and its mediator, but also to report the results and to congratulate yourself on a year well done. So now on to the results. Hood and Strong is our financial auditor, and I'm pleased to report that the association is in good financial condition. We take our fiduciary responsibility of collecting and dispersing the stamping fee very seriously, and we strive to use those funds on programs and initiatives that further a fair and healthy competitive marketplace. Our revenue in 2016 was $13,966,361. Our interest income was $136,289. Our other income was $34,267, and our total revenue equaled $14,136,917. Our expenses totaled $13,053,025, and our net asset balance at the end of our fiscal year, which was November 30th, is $14,697,474. Our audit is being finalized right now, but if any of you wish to have a copy of it, you can contact us, and we would be glad to send it to you. So the stamping fee. The stamping fee was 0.2% last year, and it will remain 0.2% this year. And through prudent money management, we have increased our services and our outreach to keep the stamping fee consistent to help the brokerage community. The fact that the stamping fee has remained unchanged for 5 years is record-setting. We are really going into uncharted territory and doing our best with that stamping fee. So everyone should have at their table a packet of information. Can you all hold up your packet of information for me? Wave it at me. Wonderful. So within that packet, there's lots of very useful information. Stop looking down, keep looking up. In there is a glossy piece of paper that we have given you the results of each department, and I'm going to give you some of the highlights of that exhibit. We took some time and we created something that you could share and feel proud of. After our annual meeting every year, people used to ask me for a copy of the slideshow. And so our wonderful communications department, they put together, with our IT department, they put together this exhibit for you that we hope that you will share and be proud of. So let's start with the processed premium. California processed $6.3 billion in premium last year, and this is a 4% increase over 2015. And despite the economic uncertainty that we faced last year, the industry continued to grow, and I believe we should all be commended for that. And again, this is record-setting. The surplus lines industry in California has grown larger than it has ever been in its 80-year history. So let's put that into some context. Let's see how this compares to the rest of the country. California continues to maintain the top position for filed premium. We are number one. I love saying we're number one. I'm a very competitive person. For those of you who know me, I like to win. And again, we won. Number one, followed by Texas, then Florida, and New York. Now you can see on the graph how all the other states that have stamping offices compare to us. We're that really large line, for those of you in the way back. Next is the graph of items. And so items is probably not a phrase that you use very often in your own offices. Items is a term that's unique to the Surplus Line Association. It is a unit of work. And so when we're talking about items, we're talking about a unit of work. It's a policy or an endorsement. It's a premium-bearing document. So now, not all the states count items the same. Sometimes they only count the things that are a brand new policy as an item. And then there's other states that count every piece of paper that comes into their office or is filed electronically. They count everything that comes into their office. So in California, so you understand how we count our items, we count only the ones that have premium attached to them. So I will tell you that we all use US dollars, and that is the one number that is consistent across the board. And we're still number one. So moving on to the top brokers, we have a list here of our top 20 brokers, and I'm going to say that everyone's business is important to us. We strive to provide the most excellent service to everyone in this room, and we've only truncated this list because of space constraints. And this list that we provide is by individual broker number, and it is our hope in the future that we are going to provide you 2 lists. I know there are a lot of entities and companies that have multiple locations or multiple licenses and we're going to eventually roll them up. So you'll have a list that is by individual license, and then you'll have a rolled up list that shows the relationship between and the results that way. So the top carriers, speaking of rolling up, there has been a lot of merger and acquisition activity in the market. And so we are reporting total premium by insurers, and we're doing it by parent company of those insurers. So in the past, we did it by individual insurers, and now we're rolling it up. We hope that you find this useful. So the top coverages, it's a question I'm actually asked a lot. What are the top coverages written in surplus lines? They are general liability, E&O, DIC standalone earthquake, excess liability, and all risk commercial property. They make up over 50% of the total submitted policies. Our membership is currently at $5,192. Humans. Oh, that's right. We're not automated yet. Sorry. I'm just kidding. Excuse me. Our membership is comprised of 5,192 members, which is comprised of resident members, non-resident individuals, and business licenses. And this includes 503 new licensees that were added to our membership in 2016. So for education, are there any people here who have gone to a CE seminar? Oh, quite a few. And in fact, that's where we found Shmulik. Shmulik was one of our CE instructors. I'm going to remind everyone that our CE classes are free of charge. And please make sure you go to our website, you look at our upcoming classes, sign up for them. And we continue to provide exceptional training and relevant educational resources to our members. In 2016, we offered 8 continuing educational seminars in both San Francisco and Los Angeles, and they totaled 24 credits, which resulted in 1,912 certificates for our members. In addition, our online and on-site broker training reached 8 offices and consisted of 91 attendees. These are the types of resources we were not able to provide years ago, but due to advanced technology, streamlined business operations, and hardworking staff, we are proud to be able to provide these tools for you today. So please share the good news of 2016 with your coworkers and other interested stakeholders in our industry. I have 2 reminders for you today. They're very brief, but they are very important. State taxes are due on March 1st. And for those of you who hold an individual license, but you did not write any premium under that license, remember that you need to file a 0 premium tax form unless you are listed on your company's license as a transactor. If you have any questions about this, feel free to call our office and we'd be more than happy to to answer your questions and help you out. Now, on January 1st, the D1 and the D2 forms changed. We are trying to get the word out that you need to use the new D1 and the new D2. It's very important. They're regulatory documents, and to be in compliance, please make sure you have the insured sign the correct form and have the policy have the correct form attached. Now, there are some industry events that you should be aware of, and they're in your packet. We have flyers that we created, and the importance of these events are not to be dismissed. Industry events are crucial to our continued professional education, our networking, and it's also a chance to give back to the communities we live in. So whether you're attending a ski day and doing a little networking, volunteering with the IICF, or doing an educational seminar with the EIP group, they are all keys to a vibrant market. The one event I'm going to talk about in specific is Western States. The Western States Surplus Lines Conference is hosted this year by Nevada, and we sent a link to register to it the other day, and if you did not receive the email, you can always go to our website and you can find the link and register, and I encourage everyone to attend. And you knew this joke was coming because it is in Las Vegas, Nevada on June 11th through 13th, and we can rest assured that the information you receive in Vegas won't have to stay in Vegas. But what you do after the conference is up to you. So I really would like to close with this. Our association is setting records, and I've mentioned a few of them. We've reached some key milestones, and we are stronger than ever, providing dynamic resources such as our online filing system and our website. Our staff is comprised of hardworking, bright individuals that are committed to serving our community. With all these tools, the SLA is building a future for its employees and its key stakeholders. I'm very proud of that, and I hope you are too. Thank you.